They call them minority. Because a minority is a minor.
So the plan is to keep you in a child stage. Your mind gonna stay as a child.
Right.
Because if you go to be a man, you'll be too strong too.
Because we're the founders of civilization.
That's powerful stuff. That's
right?
powerful stuff.
But these are the tricks that they use.
And it has nothing to do with form either, right? It's your mentality,
Your
right?
mentality. Like, so when they say minority, right? We always question,
Yes.
well, why are you calling us a minority when we're more?
We're more than.
We're more than everybody else. There's more
Yes.
black people
We're the
than
foundation.
whoever. How come
Yes.
they call us minority? But we never answer that question. We just leave it at, well, how come they call us a minority? And we keep going about doing minority stuff.
Well, envy. Because of envy.
Right? Call us a minority because we have a child's mind.
Yes.
They don't call us a minority because we're a minority in the sense of numbers, or we're the minority because of whatever we think it is. They call us minority because our mind is like a child. And if you're a minor, right, then you're a ward. If you're a minor, you're a ward. And then, if you're a ward, you need somebody to take care of you. Right? And that's why this guy is the head of the jails. Because everybody who's in there
Is a minor.
is a minor. And a minor needs an attorney to speak for him, because minors can't talk for themselves. If you bring any minor in here and you ask them something, they're not going to know what to tell you. Or they're going to tell you something that has nothing to do with what you asked them.
Mm-hmm.
So then you call in the parent. And then the parent will be able to verify that, okay, well, yeah, that's my minor, and I,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But this is the game that they run. Because once we start breaking this stuff down, like this is why like we do classes and all that type of stuff, right?
Yes.
So that this could be broken down in the proper context, so people could know the game that's being run on them. And they're every single day, every single minute of the day, they're running this game, this word game. But we don't get it, because what do they say? Blacks don't read. And they say that. But we just know, oh, those guys are racist. I read the newspaper this morning. Well, that's not reading.
That's not reading.
That's not reading.
They're talking about
They're talking about dictionaries.
getting there. Yeah, they're talking about research and
Research.
Yeah, yeah.
Go to the
yeah.
library for 2 hours and
Yeah,
just sitting
yeah.
there and just reading some books. You know, not even nothing crazy. Just go to the library and just read some books.
I think that is, but in some ways, in this, it's true. In some ways,
Right?
not all of us, but
We'll
in
do
some
it
ways.
if like we're in school and there's a project or something and you have to do research. We're not gonna do it for
Not in
yourself.
leisure
Do that on
time.
your own time.
Not in leisure time, you're not
Yeah,
doing
in
it.
leisure time, you're gonna, you know what I mean? Like play Xbox or something like that. You know? Go to the store, go shopping. Right? So, correcting Black history means we have to know who we are. So, when we used to rule Europe, they called us blackamoors. And what they did, speaking about the colonizers and the sellouts and the people who actually wanted to get us in this position of servitude, what they did is that they took this out and we accepted black as our identity. And if, like, you can, there's so much information on this, like blackamoors, like if you just Google this, the amount of information that you're gonna get on blackamoors, like from coats of arms and all these names, you know, that we think are European names, but the coat of arms has like a brother or a sister with like kinky hair on it, dark skin, right? And these are Europeans talking.
So it's just, I think it's just to keep it from the forefront, because you don't want the world to be liberated, basically.
Right.
So they keep it from the forefront.
Right. And the world means anybody who has melanin. Anybody who looks like us is the world. Because we are indigenous to every single landmass on the planet. Like, we're the first people on every landmass. In Alaska, we're the first people there. Like, there isn't a pale person that came before us. Anywhere on the planet.
And it tells you that even in Australia by the Aboriginal people.
Right.
Yeah.
Who are our people?
Amen.
Our brothers and sisters in Australia. Right? So, how this breaks down, right? So, black, adjective, describes. So anybody says that they're black.
Black what?
Black what? What do you mean you're black? Right? What do you mean that you're black? Well, what do you mean I'm black? I came from Africa, so I'm black. All right. But black is an adjective. So you're still not black, even if you want to be black, even if you know, like, that's the position that you hold. You can't be an adjective if you're a living, breathing entity. Right? How it breaks it down in the dictionary: blackamoor, noun, any dark-skinned person, especially an African Negro. Then it says black plus more. And then they wrote black in all capital letters, so you know that it's not a noun. And then they wrote more like this.
So you know that's a noun.
Right. And then the noun is any person, place, or thing.
And then, I know. So what kind of dictionary is that?
This is the American Heritage Dictionary of the English language.
Oh, okay.
So if you go to
that's an unabridged.
like yeah, if you go to unabridged basically just means older.
Older, yeah.
I have one of those.
You know what I mean? Like the hardcover,
Okay.
big
yeah,
ones
Yeah, I have
that
one
we
of those.
never touch.
You'll never find that again.
We just
We just
have them
will
sitting
leave
there.
it, leave it alone.
Right.
Don't even look at it.
But that's what we're supposed to be using to look
Yeah.
up words.
Yes. Yes.
Because that is going to give you, just like you were saying earlier, it's going to give you the root of the word, where that word came from, what what other words are connected to that word. So like,
related and connected.
so like this says earlier black, more, M-O-R-E. Earlier form of M-O-O-R. And then you can go into like
So where would you get that on a bridge?
M-A-U-R. Any bookstore.
Does it say it in it?
No, but if you ask the person at the store, they know what you're talking about. But we're the only ones that don't read. Everybody else knows. Right? Like even if you just go to the library, yo, you guys have any other British dictionaries? And they'll point you in the direction of those dictionaries. Right? So, with Prophet Noble Drew Ali coming and teaching us that we're Moors, and in this dictionary it says a Moor is any dark-skinned person, especially an African Negro.
Oh gosh, it's all there.
So, any
It's all there.
dark-skinned person,
They didn't say any black
African?
person either, did they?
Negro, right? And then the black is already in the word,
Mm-hmm.
and we already know that we're not this,
Mm-hmm.
right? So all of our labels that we call ourselves
Which is yes.
are here, right? And it's saying any dark-skinned person, and then it says
Especially
especially
those of the African descent.
these ones are Moors. These ones are Moors more than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But there's more Moors too.
But there's more Moors. Right?
Just
Like, those are
always
the
have
only
a second guessing, ain't it, Jay?
Right?
Yes.
So how do you approach somebody now who you show that definition to, but then it's still using the terms that are not us either, and they want to use that as their counteraction to say, well, then we're African, then we're Negro, then look, saying that Moors are this, so we were this then.
Which one is
Like African, Negro, those terms there.
okay, so then we just have to go into deeper explanation as to why we're not those things. So let's say Negro, right? Negro is Spanish, which means black. So we're not Negroes. Whether you say Negro or whether you say,
Negro.
right? Like we're not this. Sorry.
Negro.
Right? Negro or Negro?
So there's some people who say that that term Negro and nigger came from a place in Africa, the Niger, is it called? Niger River?
Niger River. And if Niger is a river, then we're not that either. So that's a river.
But then you know, see, and then it's gonna confuse people because in the Bible, it actually tells you that the people, like the Niger people, are dark-skinned people, black people. That's what they're trying to say in the Bible.
Right. And it comes back to that same thing, that if we're gonna identify ourselves with something, like, you look at like the light, right? Light could be halogen light, could be fluorescent light, could be black light, could be whatever, but it's a light. Ultimately, we're not gonna call it a
Different
fluorescent.
shades of light.
We're not gonna call it a halogen. Like it actually has like a thing that identifies it as what it is. And that's just what it is. Even though it might have all these other things, you know what I mean, that they would call it, like, you know, the table, like a coffee table,
It's still a table.
kitchen table, dinner table, might be a short table, tall table,
It's still a
square
table.
table, rectangle table, it's still a table.